All right, we want to just dive right back in here and do another Pomodoro. People who watched the last one will know the drill. We're going to just, npm start. Pick it back up. I'm going to go right ahead and just make this smaller and move it over here. And then let's see if we go here. Oh, by the way, I did actually push the code to GitHub. This is open source. I'll post this in the description in case anyone is curious. Otherwise, we just hit up here. This guy out the way. And then, all right, picking right back up where we left off. You know, I'm not gonna plan things out like a product manager. I think as the days go, I'm just gonna dive in. What pops into my mind to work on is what I'm gonna work on. So, crap. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little bit better at my own game. Nice. Okay, nice. Can I get all the way there? Nope, I died. Okay, and this to verify things. I don't remember what this was. Was it start platform? Maybe. Is 5. Let's just test, does this work? Yes, nice. Yes, it does work. Okay. But we'll go back to 0 for right now. Jump up here. Okay, nice. So what I'm thinking today, there's so much that would be cool to work on. I'm thinking we want a boss. We definitely want a boss. So I think last time I did like 19 and that made it work. All right. Okay. We want a boss. So I don't know what the boss should be. I'm kind of thinking what one of these guys it should be a big. I'm thinking maybe we'll take the cube. Can we jump? Can we jump high enough? Like maybe we do at the cube and like you just have to jump on the back of the cube, you know what I mean, as the first boss. I think that kind of makes sense. So I want to do that. Another thing I want to do if we have time today is maybe make it like if we start on 1, this should be like the end platform, and then if you think most platforms they'll show the end goal first, and then like walk back to where you're at in the level. And I think that's a really cool feature. And there's a bunch of other stuff we could do, but let's work on a boss for now, and then we'll go from there. So I think to start, vibe coding as always, we'll pop up our little AI best friend here in agent mode. Everything should be committed. One good habit always, especially when working in AI, it's even more important with AI than it was before. Always make sure things are committed. That way you can walk back if needed. All right, so let's come over to this guy and say, first let's remove all boxes from the current level, 0. Okay. Let's make the box let's make the box, maybe we're going to say like 5 times. Let's make the box twice as large as the player. Right, okay. And that's a good start for now. Oh, another thing I want to say is add angry faces onto the box. Now I swear this is a Mario enemy. I haven't played 3D Mario in a long time. I think this is a Mario enemy, so we're gonna have to get a little bit more creative with our stuff once we get past this. But I want to get to a point where we have the level, we have the boss, we have the basic functionality, and then I'm gonna break up and like let's build a 3-level game where we introduce in the first level, teaches you how to jump. You can jump from one to the other. Second one introduces more platforms, introduces a real enemy, and then the third one is like it won't be this. This is pretty crap for like a fun, quote unquote, fun level. But it's something like this where you start, you go through, there's enemies, maybe you even reach a halfway point. I think we want to add a halfway, like a marker where if you land on it when you die and restart, you start on that. So like a halfway point, and then there's a boss, and then that can be like our world 1, which is Space World or something. I'm gonna continue to pause as this runs, just so people aren't watching me watch an AI. All right, it says it's done. Let's see how well it was. Oh, I guess it probably removed them, so it did not. Oh, I need to refresh. Probably removed them so they're not there, right? Yeah. Okay. So I think it was just called box, right? I think it was just called box. So what we'll do is we'll say NPCs. Oh, it called it dice. NPCs type dice. Okay. Type dice, right? Yeah. And we will need to have some indication, like this is the boss once you beat this. Okay, nice. But I think there's going to be a problem now where if I do this, it's going to say, yeah, I made it. Okay, so we don't want to do that. Okay. I don't know. I need to think of how we'll do this. First thing, okay, let's do a couple of things. One, when landing on the final hexagon platform, okay, it should not treat this as completed, finished the level. All right, instead, maybe we can let's add some actions to enemies. Let's add some action types to enemies. To start, just like on defeat, maybe? Okay, and this will be like level underscore completed. We'll say that's pretty nice syntax, right? This should be added to the NPC's object. Okay. And then when landing on the final hexagon platform, it should not treat this as completed. No. Let's add some action type enemies. Okay, right. Yeah. That should be pretty good. Let's see that it does that. And then we'll worry about, like, this is pretty messy here. Like, you see it's dropping down. I don't know. Hopefully the AI is good enough to figure that out on its own, but yeah. So far it's pretty cool. This needs a lot of love, but I can see it, right? I can see it as a level, right? And then also maybe today I could fix these because this really gets on my nerves that it takes. Like, come on, this ain't a threat. No one cares about it. You could do so much. You know, there's no anxiety induced from that. You know, I think probably the next one, as we actually do the level design, I think it's going to go over to just editing this file. And I'm even thinking already, maybe we need to build a tool. Like, let's vibe code a tool to drag and drop these things that then builds these JSON files for us. That's not going to happen today, though. Let's wait. All right, looks like we're done. So let's see. Does it have it? Did it do that? Did it add it for me? Okay, it did add this level completed. I don't know if I would be able to actually stomp this thing. It says here, you know, like to complete level 0, now the player must stomp the pyramid. Uh-oh, I think it broke things. Wait, here, right. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that's one annoyance of AI. Okay, let's try you now. Right, here we go. That's a pyramid, though. Okay, sure. Let's just try it. I don't know if I can actually, if this works, or... Let's see if it works, though. Nice. Beat it. Okay. But that should not be a pyramid. I don't know why it thought that. Probably need to switch to a new model. I think that 4.7 is dropping. 4.6 seems like it's, you know, losing quality there. All right, now this guy, there's no way I can actually stomp him, so that's a problem. I need to be able to stomp him. All right, like... And that could be cool if he is, yeah, I need to. All right, so for the block, I can't jump. Maybe we need to add like some kind of double jump, or what can I do? Like if I jump at him, bop, right? I can knock him back, like bop, get back. But if I come here and he lands on me, okay. So what we want is like currently the dice, okay, is too big to jump on top of. We will ignore that because I don't want it to say that. Maybe if I hit it while I'm jumping, right? The dice is falling through the bottom of the platform. Seems to be, okay, maybe because it's landing on a corner and not a side, right? Moves really slow, not a threat. When hitting the player, nothing happens. Should maybe knock the player back. I'll say that. Maybe it should kill the player. I don't know yet. When hitting the player, okay. We also should add behavior like this. When the player is jumping and smacks into the dice. Okay. It should shrink. That's pretty cool. Okay. If the player lands on top of the dice, it should just die. Does it die? Or like, because if they hit it once, it shrinks small enough you can land on top of it. Is that like hit it, then jump on top and it die? Maybe. Maybe that's fine. It should die. That sounds pretty good. We'll see. We'll see how that interaction goes. All right. So it says it's done. Let's try it here. Okay. Okay. So maybe let's see. Does it at least kill me if it hits me? Okay. Well, I just was able to kill it. So, all right, that's a problem because it's like, let me test. Maybe I can test it by going straight to the last one. I'm just gonna keep everything because it's a lot closer at least. And then if I say 21, refresh here, is it gonna take me right? Okay, so no matter what, okay, so closer it's better, but at the moment, at the moment, anytime I touch the box, it shrinks. So e.g., if I'm jumping on to the platform, I win before I even have a chance to realize what's going on. Let's see. Okay. Few things to potentially fix. One, only if I'm jumping, but still, only if I'm jumping does it matter. Only if I'm jumping does it shrink the box. Okay. 1, 2. Maybe we can make it even, like, it needs to get mad, right? Like, it flashes red like it's about to. Only if I hit it when it's flashing red. Okay. Alright, only if I'm jumping does it shrink the box. The box should only notice me when I land upon the platform. Okay. The default is that the box hurts me or knocks me back. If it hits me from the side, it knocks me back. If it lands on me, I die, right? Okay, let's say if the box fails to hit me a couple of times, it should flash red. It should flash red and for 5 seconds, like it's really trying to pummel me, right? And move faster. Only during the flashing red phase are we able to hit the box and shrink it. Something like that. That sounds like, in my head that seems really cool. I think it's really cool if we can get it to work smoothly. We'll see if that happens. All right. This claims to be done. Let's see. Both replacement. Okay. I think one thing that's a big problem here. I don't know if it says how long that took, but like it's become one giant file. Over 1,000, maybe over 2,000. Not quite. Okay, 1,500 line file. And as we moved into a server anyway, it's going to be beneficial. Maybe I'll do this offline, or maybe I'll do a more boring video. But like it is going to be beneficial to slowly like architect this and break this up into multiple files, so we don't have this giant chunk of code, and we can really start to systematize the different aspects of the game. Won't do that today, but just something to call out. And let's see how successful we were. Okay, so right now it's just standing there like looking at me. Oh, I totally failed to jump. Okay. Let me try that a little bit better, okay? Okay, so it does. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to do still, but like it failed. Maybe I need to make the platform a little bit bigger. Okay, let's make the platform. Can I just do that in here maybe, or hexagon type shape? Or what if I make this 11 radius maybe, or there we go. Yeah. Okay. Damn it. Okay, so this is a bit annoying, but Yeah, I think that is a problem. Come on. Turn red. There we go. Okay, now if I somehow manage to hit it here. Oh, okay. That's not ideal yet, but I think this is going to take quite a bit more love to get right. How can I make this more fun? Because right now that just kind of sucks. Let's slow it down quite a bit. Let's slow it down when it's not. Because right now it's like, that was pretty, that's about as fast as I imagine it should be when it's mad, you know? And then if I hit it when it's mad, it's like, right? Okay. All right. Let's slow the dice down when it isn't mad. Two more things. Slow the dice down when it isn't mad. Also, when colliding, there should be a bounce. Currently, it's like the player goes inside of the cube. One other thing I'd like to see is like when the player is crushed, dies, it should flatten out like a pancake. All right, when the player dies, we shouldn't immediately restart, but paint the screen with an opaque red indicating death. That's definitely something Mario does. I don't know. I just want to get it and get the systems in place, and then we'll figure out what to do next. I'm already thinking like maybe instead of that, it's like everything could just drop out of the sky and play like sad music or something to differentiate ourselves. But we'll see. All right, it claims we're done. Let's hit it and find out. Let's hit this guy and find out. Bunch of stuff I'm thinking about here. Okay, it's quite a bit slower now. Okay. Alright, so now how do I hit this guy? Can I do it? This needs to be so much smoother, but I think I'm gonna have to call it today. So maybe a next step is gonna be smoothing that out. Smoothing that out and just thinking of what the mechanics should be like. We have the boss, it's fine, you can beat the boss, but it does need to be fun. It does need to be fun. There's just so much other things that would be nice to work on before we spend, because I think I could probably spend another. This is one Pomodoro. We'll say this was a 20-minute video, but in reality, it's like 30 minutes of my time because I'm pausing. So if we wanted, I think I could spend two more of those to get this boss to a smooth place. Is it something that I can reliably beat? I think so. Is it fun? No. But I think the game needs more mechanics to make it fun, honestly. Okay, yeah, I didn't. Maybe I didn't even test that. I kind of forgot I was even trying to test that. You died. Okay, that's a weird way of flattening me out. Okay, just because I think there's other things I would like to focus on for the next. For one thing, like I said, I need to clean up the actual code file itself. But then I'd like to add a few more platforms. I'd like to clean this up. So I think next time before, like we have this boss, it can be beat. I just beat it the first time trying. It's a little difficult. It's a little, I don't know. It was like, first time I tried it, it was like too easy, and then that time it was too difficult. So I think there needs to be some balance. But I think there's more game mechanics that need to be had. Like we shouldn't just die. I feel like we need lives or some kind of health. It should like health me, and then I can find more fun ways of playing in general. Like I think I should have health if I'm getting smashed. Otherwise, if I get knocked off, I just die. Which I'll probably implement next time. So I'm going to call it here today. I think we do have a boss. We can beat the boss. Maybe I'll do one last prompt just because we're at 20 minutes. I think I can go to a little over 20. Do one last prompt just to see. Okay. Let's add a new feature where if a block in the JSON has a goal true field, when the level loads, we start by displaying that platform and whatever is on it. Then you say scroll, zoom, scroll, fly. Oh, those are all different things. Then we zoom, scroll, fly back to the user's platform slow enough to show off all platforms in between. Maybe a 3 to 5 second. I don't know what you'd call that. Is it a fade? Is it a zoom? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a cameraman. Maybe a 3 to 5 second. Maybe 3 to 5 seconds max. And let's just see. Actually, what I'm gonna do is what did I say a second ago? You always commit. Add data index get commit dash m. Adding our first terrible boss. Nice. Okay. And now let's run this guy. All right. Let's check it out. Let's see did it do it. Did something get broken? What happens if I keep this guy, right? Last time it was this. Ah, I broke something. Damn it. Any indication of what? Inspect console. Maybe this is it. I don't know how long this has been here. Okay. Can't see. Okay. It's just all blank now. This error is in console. I don't know if that's going to be the error. I need to have this console open so I can always see when there's errors, because now for all I know that was there a while and it's going to try to fix that, and that's not going to be the problem. All right, let's see. Did that fix it? Okay, all right. Not great. I don't think I'm going to have time. I don't think I'm going to have time to... Okay, I was gonna pause it to do this, but I just want to show up that I am just trying to prompt it really quick. I have like a minute. I'm over. I have like a minute here, but I just want to show, ensure all NPCs are in their location. They can even be moving, etc. Just the player can't move during the intro, but we want to show off the enemy. So we want to see everything that we're gonna have to tackle in this level. All right, let's see where we're at. It claims that we're done. All right, the enemy is there, and it comes back to show me drop. Okay, I think it's fine if I drop. I'm not going to fix that right now. But let's see if we come up to this, and if I just remove start platform, and I refresh, how does it look? Okay, that's not bad. We're going to have to call that there today, but I think that's a start. That is a start. So we have the camera gliding back. We have a boss. Lots of stuff, lots of work needs to be done on both. The boss, the camera gliding back was a little jarring. That's okay. We have a start. We are on the process of learning how to design games, and we are getting there. This is more playable than a lot of. I spent a lot of time trying to build games and never got to something this playable. Thank you AI and vibe coding. Thanks guys. Bye.